everybody, to another episode of Ern and Iso Podcast. Like I said, told y'all, man, I'm riding solo this week. We'll get back to y'all and I guess, back to normal probably next week. But this week y'all ride with me solo, and so please rate, review, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for the love and support that y'all been giving us. Yeah, man, really doing our thing. And it's because of y'all. But I don't know if I wanted to. I've been hearing about, I don't know if I should do this episode by myself. I want to see what Ern got to say. But if he add on to this episode, he'll just add on to this episode. But the whole, everybody talking about, according to statistics, the attendance rate or enrollment rate, something like that, of black men going to college has decreased, I guess they saying. And everybody's acting like it's like such a big deal. To me, I guess I got to start with the goal is to find, this is how I think, the goal is to find a legit legal way of prospering in life, earning your money, earning your living, which is crazy that, capitalism got it to where you got to earn a living. You living, but you can't, you need money to live. But, that's a whole nother thing. But how? It's not that because people killing me with the whole, making it seem like if you don't go to college, you're not educated. Trust me, it's different ways to get educated nowadays. Like, I'm going to keep it real. I done learned more on the internet and from YouTube than I probably learned from the little bit of time that I did go to college. I'm going to keep it all the way real, especially about real estate. Like, you can watch, it's a wealth of knowledge on the internet. So everybody's like all up in arms about it, but acting like it's just so crazy that I guess the numbers have dipped amongst black men going to school. But I think it's going to be all right. I think we're just going to be just fine. Because for one, let's be for real. A lot of them degrees is going to be useless, especially the black men. Now, I'm not saying go to school. Let me start with this. If what you want to do requires you to go to school, y'all brothers that's going to school, y'all still going to go. I already know that. Y'all still going to go. The ones that need to go to get what they want in life, they're still going to go. If y'all don't want to be the doctors, the lawyers, the teachers, the engineers, those things of that nature. The guys that's going to go are already going to go. So that's what I'm saying. So let's get that out there first. It's not me saying don't nobody go. No, the brothers that know they gotta go to get what they want, they're going to go. So go on and go. We understand that because you got to get that to get where you're trying to go. We understand. I understand that already. I want y'all to understand that as far as I'm talking. Y'all just saying that, well, he's saying don't go to school. No, that's not what I'm saying. The ones that know they got to go to school, they're going to continue to go to school. They are. This is for the ones that a lot of us, like this doesn't surprise me because a lot of people was going to school just for the sake of going to school. I mean, let's keep it real. I don't work with a lot of people in life who got degrees and they doing something that ain't have nothing to do with the degree, especially when you're a black man. A lot of people are forgetting that component of it, especially black women. Black women are forgetting that we are looked at as different than y'all out here in the world. Different but the same, you know what I mean? But different. So a job that might hire you might not hire me. And I heard people saying this on the internet, and I totally agree. Sometimes some of these people forget, especially our own women, forget that a lot of these people are not in the business of empowering us. They're not. So you can get a degree, black man can go get a degree, same degree as you, and you might prosper and you might get jobs as a black woman, and the man can't find anything. I know a bunch of black men that they got degrees and nobody ever hired them. They ended up working at a job that didn't have nothing to do with the degree or anything. Degree became useless to them because nobody ever hired them. So some people forget about that, and it's a component of in black people that everybody wants to be the first person to go to school and graduate. Well, that's cool, but then, like you said, you might not even get a job, got anything to do with it, or you might not even get hired. So that was, to me, that's one of the factors that people forget that we got it in this country. That's still a real thing of, yes, a lot of people were not going to hire you. They're going to smile on your face and they're going to interview you, and they already know in their head they're not going to hire you. It doesn't matter how qualified you are. They're not going to hire you. And I know it's probably some men that's probably listening to this right now who they have a degree, and it's times they probably went to interviews and they probably didn't get the job, and they thinking, how I didn't get that job. See, now you know, so I know some of y'all can understand what I'm saying. So you got the whole thing of, oh well, women are the most, it's something like black women are the most enrolled or something like that in school. I mean, that's cool. But as time goes on, a lot of them degrees ain't gonna be useless because you're gonna be working a job. A lot of y'all gonna be working a job that ain't got nothing to do with what you went to school for anyway. It's just gonna happen. So, because right now I just feel like this whole thing of everybody losing their job and all that is just a way of just things just autocorrecting itself. Because a lot of people just think that they just going to, okay, if I go to school, that'll get me an easier, better paying job. Well, you don't understand that a lot of them jobs are like, I personally call them make-believe jobs. They from companies that are not, a lot of them are from companies that are not essential, doing jobs that are not essential. That's why you can be laid off so easily, or your job can just disappear and there's no such thing as your department, or there's no such thing as your job anymore. Or they can outsource that and take that and have somebody overseas somewhere else doing that. Just like when you call for some type of assistance, you don't know if you're talking to somebody from here or you're talking to somebody in another country. You have no, I don't know. And the only thing in majority of jobs is going to be left are going to be the essential jobs. It's going to be the jobs that you see out here every day in the world that are needed for the world to run. See, that's the thing. Everybody think, oh, you go get a college degree, you're going to get some job that pays you a gang of money and you'll be making six figures and you won't have to work hard and you can sit around. No, y'all, They're about to do away with most of that, thinking that y'all going to spend the next 40 something 50 years of your life in an office, in an air-conditioned office, sitting in front of a computer, calling and making meetings and then making a gang of money. Nah, they need y'all out there, and people need y'all out there in the street doing working them essential jobs, public transportation, the gas company, the electric company, the water company, these telephone companies. You know what I mean? Post office, UPS. Those are the jobs that somebody got to do every day, or things will come to a halt. You know what I mean? Your actual life is going, things in your life is going to slow down and come to a halt without those type of things. So those are going to be the jobs out here, and those are going to be the jobs that these people that are now complaining on the internet that they've been filling out all these job applications. Eventually, you're going to work somewhere, and most of these people is going to have to pivot and go do something that has nothing to do with what they went to school for. So right now, life is just auto-correcting itself, because you got everybody wanting to sit in front of a computer and talk on the phone for a living. Nah, some of y'all got to be out there in that. Some of y'all got to be out there in that world doing some essential jobs. Some of y'all gonna be, some of y'all that women that don't want to date the bus driver, y'all gonna be the bus driver. Y'all got to work somewhere. So push gonna come to shove, and push is going to shove y'all into them type of jobs. Those are the type of jobs that make the world go round. So, as you can see, all these, like I said, what I call like imaginary make-believe jobs, where it's a company that can come and go, or they can just lay you off and just get rid of. Because to me, I've never thought, even when I was younger, I'm like, that's not real to me if it could just come and go like that. If your job position can just come and go, is nothing. It's not essential. You know what I mean? The world ain't gonna stop spinning without it. You know what I mean? Some of y'all going to be out there, go out there and be police officers, firefighters, work for public transportation. You know what I mean? The blue collar jobs, things like that. The jobs that make the world go round. Because as you can see, they ain't got no problem. They can do, this country is the way this country is laying people off. They can do with less people sitting in front of a computer and talking on the phone all day. But if, God forbid, it was a fire, imagine if you call 911 and they ain't got no firefighters. You can't, or you call the police and don't nobody show up. No, those are jobs that make the world go round. Somebody got to do that. We don't need y'all. We don't need it. They showing y'all that we don't need all y'all sitting in front of a damn computer. So a lot of these people got degrees that they're going to end up not even using in life. They're going to end up working jobs that have nothing to do with their degree. They are in the future. But the whole thing to black men, we are raised that you got the people that want to go. They don't even know why they want to go. They just want to go because they think it's good to say I went to school, or I'm on the first generation. All right, so now what you gonna do with it? Because I think that's what black women forget, that we are treated different than them. You know what I mean? The powers that be and these people that own these companies and stuff like that do not look at us the same way they look at y'all. A lot of y'all are not deemed no threat, or somebody that, if I empower, is somebody that could take over or be in charge. So, yeah, a lot of y'all can, because a lot of women are saying that, you also need somebody educated. Yeah, a person that be educated don't necessarily mean college. You can be educated in, you could have went to a trade school. For all you say educated meaning that I need to know I need to know how to make money legit. I need to know how to make money because some people know how to make money illegally. Because I mean I hate to say it, but it's for real. Push come to shove, and some hard times, some people just know how to get to some money. So, but you need somebody that can prosper. Because that's what I mean by educated. Educated don't necessarily mean college. You got a bunch of college people that's sitting out here. You see it online all day. It's a bunch of people out here that's sitting around depressed, crying in front of their phone, putting their phone in their face, recording themselves crying and putting it up, that they are lost in life right now because they are going on a bunch of jobs. They got laid off. They are going on a bunch of job interviews, and nobody's hiring them. They're filling out hundreds of applications. Yeah, but so is everybody else. And those are people, I'm going to keep it already real. Those are white people. A lot of them are white people. So imagine if you was a black man. How hard is it going to be for you to get a job that got anything to do with that degree when you got white people out here breaking down, crying, because they just not getting hired? They're going on they're filling out hundreds of applications. They're going on tons of interviews and then doing tons of interviews and nobody's hiring them. And some of y'all black women are now experiencing that probably for the first time in y'all life. That y'all are filling out a bunch of applications, y'all doing a bunch of interviews, and nobody's hiring y'all. See, but that's what black men had to deal with their entire life for a long time. The way that's making y'all feel now, that's how it always been for us. So that right there, and then a lot of people, when you talk to a lot of people, especially a lot of older people, they regret that they even went. Cause I'm talking about black men. They regret that they even went. You'd be surprised how many people I know that got master's degrees. I'm like, dang, you got a master's degree? Yo, I mean, no disrespect, but what happened? And how come you working a job that ain't got nothing to do with what you went to school for? Listen, I couldn't get a job in nothing that had nothing to do with my degree. I had to work somewhere. So what a lot of y'all that's going through now and going to be going through, having to pivot and go do something that don't got nothing to do with y'all degree, black men been having to deal with that. Black men been having to deal with that. I know a lot of people with degrees. I know a lot of black men with degrees. Never got a chance to use it, or really ever got a chance to use it, and had to end up pivoting and just going to work somewhere that had decent paying benefits because nobody would hire them. So now you got a degree that ain't nobody gonna hire for nothing in your field, or you even be able to. It's gonna be useless. It was useless to you. Became useless to you, but you still owed the money. Like I know people that just now paid their student loans off. You got people. Come on now, you go to school in your 20s, you still paying student loans when you're 50. So that right there, I understand. I just want y'all to understand where a lot of black men come from with that. That a lot of them just going to school for the sake of going to school. They were. Just to be able to say, first generation graduate from college. Okay, where you gonna work at? You end up working the same job that you could have got 18 years old straight out of high school and never even went to college, but you still owe all that money for student loans. Cause I'm like, damn, all y'all still owe student loans, man? You in our 40s and still owe student loans? Are people in their 50s just paid off your student loans in your 50s? But yeah, and also because we had to change our thinking so that's why it does not bother me when they say that the number is dipped, because if that's not working for us, we got to find another way. To me, that'd be square peg round hole. It's just, y'all, a lot of y'all keep going when really it probably only benefit this many of y'all to go. So to this many of y'all that need to go to get what y'all did, go do it. But the rest of y'all who it ain't gonna, let's keep it real, it's gonna do nothing for you but except put you in debt. I understand that, cause that was my choice. I can't remember. I think I did tell the story about how when I was sitting in the financial aid office. And I was talking to the woman and she was breaking down, this is what I borrow. This is what I'm going to need to borrow. And this is what I'm going to have to pay back. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about, the stuff my parents told me, my mother told me, my father told me. And then I was thinking about, damn, that's a lot of money. And I'm sitting here I'm sitting there thinking, and she smiled, you need your education, and you get this and then you pay it back, but you don't have to pay it back all at one time. You pay it, you make these type of payments, you make these certain amount of payments, and then by this time it should be paid off. And I'm sitting there like, I really don't even care to go to school. I don't care to go to school. So am I really about to take this money just so my mama can say, my son is in college? So I was thinking about that a few days before I even got to the financial aid office. Before that appointment to go to the financial aid people and talk to them. And then when I got there, I looked at that lady. I looked at that paperwork. I looked at that lady after she broke everything down. Explained everything to me, and said, I said, thank you for your time, but I'm all right. I'm not going to go. And she said, this was a black woman. Oh my God, no. No, think about your life, and you need to go to school. You're not going to have a future if you don't have an education. You need to go to school. You need to stop. You need to think about it. No. Listen what I'm saying. They're going to give you this money, and you don't have. I said you don't have to pay it back all the time. I said I understand everything that you said, and you explained to me. I said I understand everything that you said, ma'am. I understand everything that you said, but I've been thinking about this for like a few days before I even got here. Thank you for your time, but I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this loan. And she said, well, here's my number, and then you think about it, go talk to your family, go talk to your parents. So your parents want you to go to school, go talk to your parents, and because I bet they're going to tell you that you need to go to school. So here's my number, and you go talk about it, and you go think about it for a while, and you can come back. Here's my number. You call me, and you can come right back and sit down with me. I was like, thank you. I took phone number and all that, but I was like, in my head, I told her okay, but in my mind, I was like, I'm not coming back here. I'm not. Yeah, and I left that financial aid office, and then that was it. So, and this is the thing about, like I said, back what I was saying, like, I understand. I'm not worried about it, because just because you're not going to school does not mean you're unintelligent, but we always had to bust different moves and pivot to get what we want in this country. So my thing is, as long as you're doing something legit and you prospering, now I mean you can. We gonna have to grind. This is the thing. This is the thing about what other people. Not all people, because some other people have been very, very, very good to me and have schooled me a lot and helped me out a lot. But to the people that are, I guess racist or whatever, they quick to say that the black man don't want to work for nothing in anything. No, a lot of black men all have been working. They are the ones that take all the blue collar jobs. They are the ones that had to go out there and be hustlers. Now I mean, like we say here, we saying hustle. That don't mean selling drugs. Being a drug dealer and a hustler is two different things. Some of these people call themselves hustlers, and the only thing they can ever sell in life is drugs. You're not a hustler. Trust me, I know people that's hustlers. Like they say, sell water to a well, sell ice to an Eskimo. So that does not worry me. I don't know why people keep wanting us. Now I understand what people are saying about HBCUs, because then they might end up being collateral damage, unfortunately, because if the enrollment drops, do some of them schools even be able to stay open? So I was kind of thinking about that, like, okay, if the enrollment drops, or is it just, because they said something about, was it Howard University where they said 19% of the students enrolled there are black men? So, okay. Yes, you got historically black colleges and universities that people who of other nationalities are flocking to, because I guess it might be a little cheaper than what people call PWI. But at the end of the day, if this is my thing. If we can both go to the same HBCU, say me, a black man, and a white man, say we both go to Howard. We both go get a degree in the same thing, in the same field, we get a degree. But it might be easier for you to use that than me, because we still got to deal with the fact that a lot of people just don't want to hire us. So we done took on the same debt to get the same degree, but you might be a white person. So even though they might look and say, you went to Howard University? A person might say in their mind, that's a historically black college. You're a white person went to a historically black college, but okay, it's still a degree. Now I can come in there and say I went to Howard, and then they already got it in their mind, they smiling in your face, and they already got it in their head. I'm not hiring them. They'll smile until, go through the whole interview process, and then and not, and in their head they already know they're not hiring. So this is the thing that black men have been struggling with, because like I said, I know older dudes that I done worked with older guys that got, so many people got degrees. You'd be like, dang, you be done knowing them for a few years before they even find, dang, you got a master's degree? Yeah, man. Yeah, I got my degree when I was young, man. I ain't get a chance to use it for nothing. You know what I mean? Couldn't get a job. I had to work somewhere, so now I'm here. So if that ain't working for us and we got to scramble and do something else, I get it. Like I said, to the brothers that know exactly what they want to do with their life and know that it takes for them, they need that college degree to get there, by all means, they going to keep going. I ain't got to tell y'all that they're going to do what y'all got to do and keep going, because they already going to do it. Cause they already, you don't have to tell everybody that. But you gotta explain it so people don't say, you just saying don't nobody go to school. No, that's not what I'm saying. The brothers that gotta go to school, they already know they gotta go to school and they gonna do what they gotta do. But for a lot of other people, they can get what they want. And this is the thing about the whole being educated. No, just because you didn't go to college and get a degree does not mean you're educated. You have to be educated. Knowing, for one, you got to know how to make some money legit. Because there's some people out here who are all book smart and have no type of has no type of aptitude. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing in them. They don't have no grind. So all right, that was cool when you wrote a bunch of papers and read a bunch of books. Okay, you got to come out here. You got to come out here in the world. You got to make something happen. A lot of people is not built for that. Just like you see online, people are breaking down, crying, trying to figure life out because I don't know if they thought that degree was going to be the golden ticket in life. No, nobody kept it real with you and then understand that you got to do what you got to do in life. So if you don't have no job, so you can't get no job doing that, you got to get to do something doing this. You might have to get a job that don't got nothing to do with what you went to school for. Like I said, a lot of people are not us, meaning black men, and don't walk in our shoes and understand that we don't get the same opportunities a lot of other people get. We just don't. We don't. So just like in the I know some of y'all probably seen the clip online, and some of y'all watched that show Scandal with the chick Olivia Pope, when her father was always like digging in her behind about you gotta be twice as good to get half as much. Yeah, that's a black woman. So imagine how much better you gotta be just to get whatever we gonna get out of them. If you gotta be twice as good to get half as much and you're a black woman, imagine how they treat us. Because trust me, I done been through that. I done been a person that, and it's not that I'm using, you can't let it stop you, but it is a major factor out here. And trust me, I know plenty of black men who got the same story. Some of y'all listening to this gonna have the same story about a person could talk to you, you could communicate with somebody, they can love everything that you're talking about. They can be talking to you like you the best thing since sliced bread. And when they meet you and find out that you black, they whole demeanor change. All that go out the window. So that's the thing that a lot of black men been dealing with forever. And that's a lot of these younger black men, when they go out here in the world, they're going to have to deal with that. So now you got the knowledge that, all right, you might have a young person that's sitting around, a young man that's sitting around like, I don't even know what I want to do, or I just want to prosper and try to find something legit that I can make money, I can have a family, I can live good off of. All right, that may not be going to college, sitting in college, borrowing money for school, a degree, trying to figure out what fields are the new fields in tech, and everybody always talking about tech this and tech that. Oh, okay. Go try to get some type of degree or do something that you can get in that, and then y'all all getting laid off and y'all jobs is just coming and going. Because to me, like I said, those are what I call make-believe jobs. Because if they can disappear like that, they not that important. If they can come and go like that, they not that important. That's why, to me, I call them make-believe jobs. You got jobs that are called essential jobs, and you got jobs that are called make-believe jobs. So my thing is, young brothers, if you're sitting around trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, figure out what your purpose is. That's why we try to that's why everybody, no matter what they talking about on the internet, and even if I agree with everything else they talk about, a lot of men always say, find your purpose. Your purpose, your purpose, your purpose. You hear that 1,000 times. You hear that now, not even 1,000 times. You hear it 1 billion times because it's the truth. Got to figure out what you want to do. That way you can figure out what path you got to take. Now, if it's something that you absolutely need the degree for, then do what you got to do. And I mean, you got to go to school. You got to take them loans because it's going to be worth it to you to carry that to get what you want. So it's not going to be a burden because that student loan debt is going to be a burden for most people because they're going to end up. A lot of them just went to school just for the sake of going to school, just to say, okay, I'm first in my family to go to college. That's nice, and do what with it? Especially if you're not no person that go hard in life. You gotta go out. I mean, black men got to go out here and conquer. That got to be your attitude. Because nobody gonna hand you nothing. We don't have no good old boys network that's gonna hand anything down to us. Know what I'm saying? Or give us a hand up. It's not gonna happen. So you gotta have the mentality. I know a lot of y'all done seen the show The Wire. You have to have as a black man to achieve what you want, you have to have the business mind or Stringer Bell who thought business. You know what I mean? Because you seen him in an episode, he sat in some classrooms their own business. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to just cut to the chase and learn exactly what you want to learn about, I would advise that. All that going to school just for the sake of going to school. But anyway, get what you want. You really have to have the business mind of Stringer, but you have to have the ambition and the ferocity of Marlo. A person is not going to take no for an answer in life. Just like when Marlo went to meet the Greek. And after Marlo left, the Greek was talking to his second in command. He was like, you don't know him, we know Prop Joe, we know Joe, and then he's like, the Greek was like, listen, we sent him away because they told him we can't accept this money. This money's dirty. He went, cleaned the money up, brought the money right back. And the Greek was like, listen, he's going to come back. The Greek understood his ambition, that he's not a person that's going to take not a person that's going to take no for an answer in life. The Greek was like, no, he's just going to come back. He's not going to take no for an answer in life. We need y'all to be like that, except doing things that's legit. Like I said, if y'all out there that's doing things that's y'all operating outside of the law, y'all doing things that's not legit right now, I can't too much judge y'all because I can't feed y'all. You know what I mean? I don't feed y'all. So whatever y'all got to do right now today, like we say, we try to look at things from all perspectives and all angles here. I understand that if you don't bust a move, you ain't gonna eat. But to y'all that's trying to figure life out, and y'all that's waking up every day and y'all walking down y'all block or y'all outside and y'all thinking like, yo, I know it is more than life than just this. It's more than life than this block. It is more than life than just this neighborhood. It is. But y'all gonna have to go out. Like I said, man, we are people who want to. You going to put a lot of work in against things. Cause trust me, as a black man, ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing, man. Know what I mean? You're a very it's very, very, very rare that somebody is going to really help you. It happens sometimes in life. It may happen a few times here and there in life, but for the most part, it's not going to happen. Like I said, we're not these other nationalities that already have a good old boys network already tapped in and then willing to help out the younger generation. We don't really have that too much. We got a few people here and there that are willing to help the youth, but not too many from what I experienced in life. And even with that, man, you got some people that they just, not just white people that don't want to empower you. You got your own people that don't want to empower you. They feel like helping you is going to empower you and then make you a threat, or that may stop them from getting something from you taking their spot or something like that, or taking an opportunity away from them. Like I said, know what I mean, y'all see that we experiencing that now in this, know what I mean, doing this content creation thing, how a lot of people are like the people that you think you'll be able to like join up with or collab and become a collective with, and then, get to know them people is like, you could, know what I mean, by their ways and actions, they get in front of a camera and say, they all for black people, but behind the scenes, they not trying to help nobody. Which my thing is this: you don't got to help us, but don't hurt nobody. That's my thing. Got people behind the scenes that's just run around trying to slow everybody else down, and then get in front of a camera, you know what I mean, and then say, you all for our people. You ain't for your people. But anyway, so the whole school thing do not bother me, because I'm one of them people that I was at where some of y'all is at, where I know some of y'all young people sitting around thinking like, do I go to school or not? I really don't have no clear-cut reason for going other than it'll just put a smile on my mother's face, on my grandmother's face. Other than that, what am I going for? My thing to a lot of y'all is try to get, if you're 18 right now, it's nothing wrong with working a job. You go get a job, like I say, places like UPS, FedEx, the post office, water department, electric company, things of that nature. Somewhere where you're making decent money, public transportation, especially you get into a job where that job has an abundance of overtime, where y'all can be younger guys and y'all could be not just working with decent base salary and benefits from jump. Y'all can be working overtime. So now the opportunity for overtime is there, or y'all can and then you can go to school, because you got like online schools y'all can take now if you trying to do something or get some certification for something. Or as soon as I get out of high school, man, go to them trade schools. So that way, even if you got to get a loan to go to a trade school, to me, that's more upside, because that's more in demand. Electrician, plumbing, HVAC. HVAC is in demand right now. You know what I mean? The people that fix the heating and the air conditioning in people's houses and install their whole heating system and all that. That is in demand right now. Y'all gonna get y'all certification for y'all to be a general contractor, because all that is a gateway into getting into real estate. Y'all can get that stuff. Y'all can work anywhere. You're a plumber, bro. You can go anywhere in this country that they need work. You can find somewhere. Some of these people that got degrees and sitting around and all they know how to do is sit in. I mean, not to down some of these people, but some of these people, that degree and what they got right now is damn near useless. If ain't no company going to hire you, but if you knew electric, plumbing, you can go any goddamn where in this country or anywhere in this world and know what you're doing, and you can find some work. But if you're a person that all you know how to do is sit in front of a computer, and ain't nobody give you no job sitting in front of a computer, what was that degree that you got in school worth? Like I said, you got people that's falling out crying right now. Be online falling out crying because they filling out a bunch of job applications and they're not hearing nothing. Or they've been laid off and they don't know what they're going to do. They don't know when the next time they're going to get a job because they filling out a bunch of applications and nobody's hiring them. So, yeah, you going to have our path, like everybody say, you know what I mean? Success is not like a straight line. That's regular people. It damn sure ain't a straight line for us, black men. That shit is zigzagging, going round and round. Trust me, our path is crazy. That we're going to get to our success. Because if it's not a straight line for other people, you know damn well ain't a straight line for us. It ain't never been. And a lot of these people now in this country, what's going on and what they going through now are what black men been going through. That's why some of these people could not, they cannot relate to you because they never went through what you go through. Even some of these black women. I mean, it's the truth. They need to be just as educated too, and then I could have went to school and then you go get hired and the same company that hire you is not gonna hire me. Ain't nobody gonna hire me. I'm gonna end up working delivering packages or something like that because I can't find nothing to do because ain't nobody gonna hire me. So my degree just became damn near useless. Like I said, I know a lot of black men who their degrees was being useless to them in life. You'd be surprised. I mean, people they just got degrees. They all say the same. No, I couldn't find no job. Nobody hired me, and I had to work somewhere. So you end up doing something that ain't got nothing to do with your degree. That been happening to us. What's happening to people now when because pressure bust pipes. What's happening to people now that they are realizing I may not get a job no time soon with that. I might have to go work at the post office and go deliver mail. I might have to go work for UPS and be trying to deliver some packages. Or I might have to go be a police officer. I ain't never in my life think about trying to be a police officer or something like that, or go work for the electric company or something like that. Or go work for the telephone company and me climbing up telephone poles, you know what I mean? And doing that type of stuff. It's people they're going to be the only jobs places that's hiring. Y'all not going to be able to get no jobs for what y'all went to school for. Because right now, y'all spending months and months and months filling out 1,000 job applications that's going to go nowhere for y'all. And now people are experiencing what black men we've been experiencing. They are just now experiencing what we've been experiencing. Even our own women. Yeah, because y'all went to school and it was a lot easier for y'all to get jobs than it was for us to get jobs. So now y'all, a lot of people are seeing now what it's like in life for a black man. Because they are now going through what black men been going through. Going to filling out a bunch of job applications, going to a bunch of interviews, and still not getting a job. Sitting months at a time, taking months to get a job. Like people say, the last one hired and the first one fired. What these people are going through? That's what life been for us. It's life been for us. So that's why I'm saying it does not. I'm not like surprised that, black men is really like, all right, that path, y'all don't want to give me anything anyway. So I'm gonna sit here and be walking across the stage, getting a degree, and everybody's gonna be in my family gonna be clapping, and I'm gonna sit around and then I'm still at like square one. Because most of y'all is not gonna hire, people not gonna hire you anyway. I'll be lucky to get a job. And that's how it always been for us. But we don't say, now I mean, we don't complain about that. Now we just keep trucking. There's times where it took months. It took months for me to find a job. Months to find a job. And there's times I'm sitting there thinking like, how I didn't get that job? Ain't no way in the world I didn't get this job. But you gotta understand, that's how it is. Some people are not trying to empower you, man. I figured that out real quick, especially when I started doing real estate. I figured that out real quick. People not trying to help. A lot of people are not trying to help no black man. Now, some people do give you advice and all of that. Now, I mean, I'm grateful for that. Now, I mean, no matter what color they were, what nationality they were. But it's a lot of people in life that they look at, I'm not empowering no black man. I'm not going to turn them into no competition or help them out in no kind of way. I'm not. Like I said, a lot of people now, all them people that's online saying that they got laid off and they done been on all these interviews and oh my God, I got a degree in this and I got a master's degree in that. And then, okay, welcome to being treated like how a black man. So then people are degree. I know a lot of people. You be looking at them like, hey, you really got a master's degree? Nobody hired them. Ended up working somewhere else I've been in his job 30 years. They the only person that hired. They the only people that hired me. The people that called me back. You know what I mean? You going on job interviews and all that. Now I mean, you got your degree, your family happy and all that. You're the first person in the family to go to school and graduate school, and then you go out here in the world and don't nobody give you no damn job. You end up getting a job, but it's something to do with nothing to do with what you went to school for. Degree became useless to you in life. A lot of black men go through that. Now I mean, how some of these people feel now, like their degree is useless because nobody's hiring them because everybody's got thousands of people trying to get hired for the same jobs, and they sitting around losing their mind, don't know what to do, break it down, crying on the phone. That's how black men been getting treated. But we couldn't break down and cry. You just had to keep it moving and pivot. So that's no reason why some of y'all need to stop looking down and you talking about you're educated. No, a lot of these men are more educated than y'all. You just got hired and they didn't. They'll just hire you before they hire them. So y'all be so quick to sit there and say, oh, we need one that's educated. No, he may be educated. He might not even be doing something that had nothing to do with what he got educated in. Because nobody gave him a job. He still got to earn. Still a man. He still got to go be able to provide. So that kills me when people be saying that. No, I know a lot of people that's, if you want to talk about educated, no, it's a lot of men out there that are more educated than these women. These companies just hired y'all, will hire you before they hire him. So And then it's the thing of, like I said, the goal is to live long and prosper. Take care of yourself, earn some money legit. That way you can provide for your family, protect your family, and try to maximize and get the best out of life. You know what I mean? That's what you want. If you want a family, you know what I mean? Or if you just want to, roll solo, and then you might want to travel the world, and you might just want to do you. But whatever it is, so you can maximize the best and get as much as you can out of life. So that don't necessarily mean college. A lot of these women, they get caught up in that. They get caught up in, because I keep hearing women talking about the social component of it. Man, as a black man, you can't afford to worry about some social component. I don't have time to be friends with everybody and then be sitting around talking and you got a degree here and I got a degree there and we talking. No, I gotta earn. I gotta earn. So long as I'm earning legit, you know what I mean? And I can scramble and hustle my way out. Okay, you can work a job. You can work a 9-to-5 job. And you can side hustle. Like I said, I implore everybody to get into real estate somehow, some way. Even if you have an interest in real estate or not. Some of y'all are very intelligent and can learn real estate. You don't have to necessarily love it, because I know a lot of people that don't love it, but it's something that you can make life-changing money. You know what I mean? Some of y'all young brothers that's sitting in school right now, y'all can go to a trade school. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Now, I mean, because a trade school is a gateway into making good money at a young age, and then being able to network and connect with other people. The second that you get around those type of people, it is your fast track into getting into getting around people that do real estate investors, people, contractors, people that make money. So now you network and you connected with people. And that could be your fast track to being around people that's entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? All that is free knowledge and free game. I learned a lot having mentors. I learned more about business and all that than I did in school from mentors, from people that's out here in the world doing it in real time. Those are people I learned from. So, yeah, man. Then also, before I get up out of here, man, this is the thing I need. It's like you got those people. Now, I mean, hopefully, like I said, everybody. I just feel like it's the black man already understanding that's not going to be the route for me. So why keep going? You want everybody to go for what? Trust me, everybody don't need to go. Now I understand people talking about HBCUs, enrollment in HBCUs. All right, unfortunately, some of that's just going to be collateral damage, because if that degree don't do nothing for most of the people black men that's going to go, if that degree don't do nothing for you, no way, what are you going for? Because remember, the goal ain't to be necessarily be college educated. No, it's to come out here and prosper and make money legit. Doesn't matter if I went to college or not. So, and then you got the people that don't, that was never thinking about school, thinking that you got to go out here and get some money. But you got those people, which some of that is in a dangerous way, because they thinking I got to go out here and do whatever to make money. And this is the whole thing before I get up out of here. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now, everybody complaining about because the enrollment of black men dipped. So it's, oh, they need to go to school. Okay. Now, I mean, you got the black man that's going to school, working hard. Now I'm saying that's working hard. Now, I mean, they got their degrees. Now I don't want to date them. They educated lame. So, okay, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So what some of y'all want them to go to school, just so you can still say I'm still not going to date you or be with you because you're a lame, and then I don't get this whole thing. But anyway, like I say, man, to the young brothers that's out there trying to figure out life out, try to get an idea what your purpose is, what you want to do. And if you're out there in that street, now I mean, start making your way out. Now I mean, get your plan together. Like I said, don't never look down on no trade schools, man, or no what they call essential jobs. You know what I mean? Like I say, the water department, the electric company, phone company, and then you can build from there. Now, I mean, that way you making decent money at a younger age. And then, like I said, you may not have to stay there. You can become an entrepreneur. Now, I mean, you can earn money, build your credit up, and then whatever you trying to do, you can do it from there. Yeah, we gonna have to hustle our way up out of it. Now, hustle our way to what we want in life. We are black men, know what I mean? And then, yeah, we want to hustle our way. And I think a lot of black men are starting to understand that we're not going to achieve it. We're not going to achieve our goals the way everybody else achieved their goals. And a lot of these people never understood that until now. Because now, welcome to the club. Y'all are now getting treated the way we've been getting treated in life. To whereas you can go on a bunch of interviews, you can fill out 1,000 job applications, go on a bunch of interviews, and you're still not getting hired. So welcome to life as a black man. We've been going through that. That ain't nothing new to us. We just wasn't complaining about it. But we've been going through that. We've been realizing, I might have to hustle. I might have to do 2-3 different things. I might have to work this job. And then, because that's how I was. I worked the job, then did real estate, got into real estate. You know what I mean? Tried a couple other businesses. You know what I mean? That way you can move, and then maybe you can work that job, or you can get out, make enough money being an entrepreneur that you can eventually leave that job. You're going to have to hustle, you know what I mean, piece it together. You know what I mean? Long as you prospering, you better take care of yourself legit. And if you want to have a family, take care of your family. It's all good. So, yeah, they not going the traditional way, as everybody can see that now. You see all them people crying online about what they're going to do when they was just laid off. They now know what it's like to be us. They now know what it's like to be us. When you feel like, all right, what am I going to do? Nobody's hiring me. Well, I got a degree, I got a master's degree, and I got this degree and that degree, and okay, you in the pile with 10,000 other applicants, and you ain't got a chance. So as far as what's going on in the country, welcome to be getting treated. Now, I mean, I welcome y'all to be getting treated like how black men been getting treated. Now, I mean, we get on our grind and get on our hustle. That's going to be my same advice for y'all. Get on y'all grind and get on y'all hustle. Y'all going to do it a different way. Black men been having to get jobs that ain't got nothing to do with what they went to school for. We've been doing that. That's going to be something new to some of y'all. Y'all ain't going to be able to deal with that. Now, you see they people cracking under the pressure. We've been like that and didn't complain. Like I said, there's people you be like, I just be finding out after knowing them for years. And you got a degree, you got a master's degree, or you went to school for something. Couldn't get no job. Couldn't get no job. That had nothing to do with what they got educated for. They educated in. They had to work somewhere, and they started working. So welcome to life so now in this country, everybody's getting treated like how the black men get treated. That's all it is. But anyway, man, I'd like to hear y'all thoughts about this. So, y'all can comment and all that. You know what I mean? Ern to get back to me with the comments. Like I say, man, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank y'all, you know what I mean, for riding with me solo this week. I don't know if Ern want to add on to this, or we going, you know what I mean, we go to record for next week or whatever. We just, revisit this or whatever. But, please like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for the love and support. I ain't got much more to say, man. I'm out of here.